My name is Grady, and I am a complete idiot. Let me explain why. I guess it was about 3 or 4 years ago I quit smoking. One of the hardest things I had to do in my life because I had smoked for a long time, since I was 12, and obviously I'm not a young boy anymore. So it had been a while, but 3 or 4 years ago, I quit. It was great. Made up my mind to never have another cigarette again. And then my friend began introducing me to vaping. And, just here and there, having a couple of hits off of his vape. It tasted good, blah, blah, blah. And this was back, I guess, in February. Right now, I'm making this video in June. So back in February, hitting the vape here and there. Would go home, had no problem, didn't fiend for nicotine. But eventually, I did begin to fiend. And I found myself vaping more often. Then my friend gave me his vape to use, so that was horrible in a way because of course then I just became more hooked. So progressing forward to 4 months now, and I've been smoking cigarettes here and there. I've been hitting the vape a lot. So what this video is about quitting again. I'm going to have to do it. So I'd rather do it now. I don't like smoking. I hate that I smoke. And I'm getting that in my mental mind right now just to be sure to remind me of why I want to do this. But I really hate cigarettes. I just, vaping was different because it was cleaner. I didn't have that smell on me. But it's still just as bad. So lesson learned. And now what this video is about is my journey to quit smoking again. 4 months of use, I would say I'm pretty well addicted at this point. I do have nicotine fits, or whatever you want to call it, withdrawal symptoms if I don't have a cigarette for a couple hours or some vape. So this is day one. I'm going to start quitting, and I'm going to explain a few different things I'm going to use to hopefully make this whole ordeal a little bit easier. First off, one of the things I will be using is lozenges, the nicotine lozenges. I bought some of those. I'm going to try to use them sparingly. Only when I'm about to rip somebody's head off am I going to take. When it hits hard, I want those as a backup just so I don't go to a cigarette or to a vape. All the vape juice is gone. Cigarettes are gone, but they're widely available by people that I know. So it's going to have to be a strong mental game again, where I'm going to decide not to smoke. So that's what I've been preparing myself to do, is to just think in my head how horrible it is, how much I don't like it, and that at this point, I'm just considering myself a non-smoker. And going forward, I will never, ever smoke again. My friends kept telling me, just one cigarette, just one here and there, and boom, back in the game. So, and this is not where I want to be. So, first thing I'm doing is I will be using lozenges throughout this quit, just to help me through those difficult times. And of course I'll be giving updates, but the other two things I'm going to use is one is a supplement. It's called MSM. I can't pronounce it correctly, and I'm not going to try, but it's an amazing, it's organic sulfur. I've done some videos on it as well, and it's supposed to really help with the detox. It's supposed to help with hangovers, all kinds of things. So I'm using this to see if it will help with my withdrawal symptoms and hopefully clear out the nicotine quicker, especially if I'm not using the lozenges. I'm hoping to just get this through within a few days, the hard part of it. The other thing I'm going to be using, and I think this is really important, is I'm going to be fasting during this time. I'm going to do like a 3 or 4 day fasting. Just, they say the withdrawals last about 3 to 4 days. The hardest part of them, maybe 3 to 5. So I want to fast for like 3 or 4 of those days, and I feel like that will help clean out my system of the nicotine, give my body time to process eliminating that stuff, while it's not digesting and stuff. And also, I forgot what I was going to say. See, this is why I usually have notes. Well, it does a lot of things. I think fasting is going to really help me. Concentrating on hunger will maybe help eliminate, I'm hoping, the desire for a cigarette, because I think food would be the focal point instead of nicotine when you're in a hunger, So fasting, of course, prayer. Prayer is amazing. If you know Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. It can strengthen you. So that's a big factor as well that I'll be using. So just this is like a pre-video of day one, getting ready to quit using lozenges, MSM, prayer, and fasting to see how it goes. And hopefully next time you see a video from me, I will be completely nicotine free with, you know, not using lozenges or anything like that. And when I'm there, or if I fail, I'm not even, failure's not an option at this point, but when I am there and when I have quit, I will make a new update video to let everybody know how fasting, MSM, prayer, different things I'm using have helped me get through what is really tough. Because I think if I could do this with nicotine, then this would apply to a lot of things. If you're quitting cocaine, I don't know, whatever you might be trying to quit. Caffeine, that's another thing I want to work on. In fact, I was going to work on that for this video before all of this happens. So, but I'm going to try. This is the nicotine day one. I will update, so keep an eye out, see how the fasting does, the prayer does, and the MSM. That's a short video, but until next time.